erklär's dir später. Wir müssen hier weg.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the shows that started out intriguing, but wound up too convoluted for their own good. This is your spoiler warning.
When we were here before, I spent all of my time trying to fix things. But did you ever think that maybe the island just wants to fix things itself?
Number 10, Outer Range.
No time is too short. Time reveals all. Well.
This show joined a string of prestige westerns on TV, this time with a unique sci-fi twist.
You died. You died 2 years ago. Okay, you died in my arms.
A rancher family's lives are turned upside down after the discovery of a mysterious, seemingly bottomless pit on their land, which has time travel properties. It's an intriguing premise, and the cast is great. However, as the show goes on, the rules behind the time travel get more confusing and contradictory. Unfortunately, given that Amazon canceled the show, audiences are unlikely to get a satisfying wrap-up to the series to untangle everything.
Royal Abbott! Sumner, Cecilia. My name is Royal Sumner.
Number 9, Pretty Little Liars.
Oh my god. It's fun, I got one too.
This teen series follows a group of friends whose secrets and lies are threatened with exposure by an anonymous blackmailer years after the disappearance of one of their friends. The combination of soapy teen drama and many twists and turns helped it gain a loyal following. However, even the most loyal fans must admit that the show's plot got a little too convoluted over time.
You didn't see Allie in Brookhaven. She saw you, didn't she? You just made that story up. We're in this together now.
Some reveals contradicted previous ones, creating increasingly frequent plot holes. And sure, we're not expecting prestige drama here, but is a little consistency in storytelling too much to ask for?
What is she planning? Lord, help the mister who comes between me and my sister.
Number 8, Fringe.
And this is a show for children.
Yeah, it's huge.
Surprisingly profound.
An underrated sci-fi masterpiece, Fringe sees a group of FBI agents team with a quirky scientist to solve cases involving unusual or bizarre science. Although the series begins as a procedural, Fringe gets increasingly more serialized over time, such that casual viewers probably had difficulty keeping up. Parallel universes, time travel, and dystopian futures all play major parts in the storyline.
I am intrigued by you. Anomaly XB6783746.
Those aren't exactly known for being simple, straightforward plot elements. It's a fantastic show, with great character development and lore that remains surprisingly consistent. Still, we don't blame the network TV crowd for getting as confused by it as Walter Bishop is on any given day.
If you were actually going insane, you'd likely have no idea it was happening. Take it from me.
Number 7, The Witcher.
Not often do we see your likeness here in Blaviken.
Not many of my likeness left.
I'd offer you my condolences, but I seem to remember that witches don't feel.
Based on the highly popular fantasy books and video games, The Witcher follows the monster hunter Geralt. There's also his younger charge, Ciri, love interest Yennefer, and a bevy of other supporting characters. Honestly, the show starts pretty complicated, given that it purposely splits its narrative into several different time periods that come together over the course of the first season.
Geralt, I've been waiting for you. Vesemir. Vesemir.
Things don't really get any more coherent from there, given that subsequent seasons introduce various subplots and more political scheming. While there's some of the quality that made the franchise a big hit in other mediums on display, a lot of the nuance and detail has been diluted.
If you find the girl, bring her to me.
Number 6, Doctor Who.
You die in the past, and in the present they consume the energy of all the days you might have had. All your stolen moments. They're creatures of the abstract, they live off potential energy.
What in God's name are you talking about?
Given that it's the time travel show, it's no surprise that Doctor Who can often get more complicated than it needs to be. Admittedly, many of the Doctor's adventures throughout time and space can be relatively self-contained. But when the show delves into obscure bits of its extensive lore or starts using time travel as a plot element, rather than a way to change settings, that's when things can get hard to follow.
Who are you?
You're going to find out very soon, man. And I'm sorry. But that's when everything changes.
Doctor Who has been around over half a century, and although it has a lot of love about it, its long history also makes it tough to keep track of everything. and that's not even considering the extended universe.
What have you done? Did you do this? Where's the doctor? Where is he? What have you done to him?
Number 5, Riverdale.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in.
Who would have thought an adaptation of Archie comics would escalate so quickly? Despite beginning as a murder mystery, Riverdale branches out into several other genres, which include time travel and various supernatural events. New plot points and character decisions can tend to contradict previous ones. By the final season, Riverdale is barely recognizable as the same show.
Individuals with the Phoenix power are rare, but they have the gift of resurrection, bringing the dead back to life.
This is cuckoo bananas, but I'm also kind of feeling it. So what do I do?
The fact that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and Katie Keene are evidently set in the same universe doesn't make things any easier.
Katie, don't you think this is precisely the type of thing you should have known about so that we could have adequately prepared? Gloria, I am so sorry. I'll fix this. I won't let you down.
Keeping track of everything in a show based on Archie should not be this difficult. Number 4, Westworld.
There are things in me, things I was designed to do, that are just out of my reach. They almost seem to be dormant.
Androids rebelling against their human creators in a Western theme park makes for great TV, don't get us wrong. The incredible performances, timely themes involving artificial intelligence, and great twists and action make Westworld a fantastic show. However, there's no denying that its presentation can get a bit too complicated, especially as the seasons continue.
Don't worry, amigo. I'm here now, watching over you.
The themes are philosophical and complex enough, never mind that the show takes place across multiple time periods and partially inside simulations, and simulations within simulations. Add to that the confusion over who's a host and who's not, and we can see why Westworld proved tough to keep up with.
Oh my God. It's not just you, is it? It's everyone.
Number 3, Lost.
We came back in time to the island and changed stuff. So if little Ben dies, he'll never grow up to be Big Ben, who's the one who made us come back here in the first place. Which means we can't be here, and therefore, dude, we don't exist.
This series really lived up to its name for some viewers. A landmark show in serialized storytelling, Lost debuted to much fanfare. Its story about a group of plane crash survivors on a mysterious island is augmented by flashbacks to the characters' past before the island.
I gotta get on this flight.
Sir, the jetway's closed.
Please, for the love of all that is good and holy in the world, let me on this plane.
Each new mystery and twist had everybody talking and theorizing. However, between the flashbacks, flash forwards, time travel, and alternate timeline, Lost could become more than a little difficult to keep track of for the average viewer. Plus, it arguably became the poster child for why mystery box storytelling can sometimes backfire, with some of its many questions failing to be answered.
Hello, Ben. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Number 2, Twin Peaks.
Tell me. Oh, my baby. No! Oh, no!
Finding something David Lynch has done that isn't confusing is a Herculean task, and Twin Peaks brings the director's own brand of weird to the small screen. The show initially follows the investigation into the murder of Laura Palmer, but as it goes on, Twin Peaks becomes more about the various bizarre mysteries in the eponymous town.
Where do you come from?
The question is, where have you gone?
While the quirky and endearing characters are memorable, the ambiguous and surreal events that often take place can make unraveling what's actually going on pretty difficult. And anyone wishing for closure or at least explanations after the show was revived probably had these hopes dashed.
If you give me your soul, I let Annie live.
I will.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Dark.
Ich hätte dir die Dinge sehr gerne früher erklärt. Aber ich hoffe, wenn du verstanden hast, wie alles zusammenhängt, wirst du meine Entscheidung verstehen.
The setup of this German Netflix series is simple enough. A kid goes missing in a small town, and long-buried secrets come up during the investigation. But it's the execution that makes Dark one of the most fiendishly complicated shows to ever air.
Ich bin du. Jeder Stein ist wieder da, wo hingehört. Jeder an seinem Bestimmungsort.
There's a lot of time travel involved. The show takes place across multiple time periods and timelines and features a few dozen characters played by multiple actors. Keeping track of who's related to who could be a full-time job on its own. Even characters have trouble keeping things straight.
Ich verstehe nicht.
Ja, natürlich tust du das nicht.
What complex show had your head spinning? Clarify things for us with your picks in the comments.
I'll see you again in 25 years. Meanwhile.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.